Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Home Selling Tips, you'll learn 6 things to avoid when selling your house. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's talk about this. You're in a seller's market, or maybe, let's keep the continuity of this video alive and fresh for anybody that might watch it years to come. Right now, we're in a seller's market, and even in a seller's market, there are things that you absolutely want to avoid, whether it's a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a normalized market. The following 6 points, you want to jot them down. You want to talk to your top agent in your area, and again, if you don't have one, I'm happy to help you find one. So let's go ahead and get into it, team. Number one, the number one thing that sellers do that really kill them is over improving your home for your location. Buyers will more often prefer to get the cheapest home in the desired location than paying for top dollar for the most expensive home in the desired location. So if you over improve your home, depending on what improvements you're looking at, you might be adding value to your home, but if it's like undesirable for your location and your city, then you're actually going to be hurting yourself and losing value. A good for instance is that I've talked to different people in our community from around the country, and some of them like stained concrete. I'm okay, stained concrete might be a thing where they're from. But here in Las Vegas, Nevada, they would prefer ceramic tile on the main floors because we live in a desert and you want to keep it clean. Some areas of the country might prefer to have carpet in the entry area, or not in the entry area, but in the first floor area so that it's warmer because it's a colder climate. There's a lot of different things that's that small that can really stand out in the mind's eye of a home buyer. The second thing that people do, and this one is really bad, is doing renovations without getting the appropriate permits. If you're going to do any type of renovation, any type of add-ons, any type of anything that may require a permit, check it first. Get the permits. I know it can be exhausting. I know it can be a nuisance to go through and get those permits, but if you don't get those permits, if you added square foot to that home, you don't get to count it into your square foot, and you might have to take it out depending on whether it was done by a licensed, bonded, and insured contractor to ensure it was done correctly. Best practice, always get your home renovation projects that require permits, get the permits done, and keep them in your home maintenance log, keep them in your home journal. Every time you do home maintenance on your home, every time you do an improvement, you should be adding files to a journal, so to speak, for your home of what year it was done, what it cost, and in this case, adding permits to it and who authorized it, and actually having a copy of the permit, if not the original permit, in your file itself. By doing that, you're going to help yourself in your resale situation, and by not doing it, you're going to kill yourself and you're not going to get what you think that you're going to get for your home. That's as honest as it gets when it comes to unpermitted work. The third thing that sellers do that really screw themselves up is limiting the showing hours. I've seen on the multiple listing service where it says the seller is showing the property on Wednesdays and Fridays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Really? That's the only time you're going to commit to showings is for 4 hours on 2 days, one on Wednesday and one on Friday, and you expect a home buyer to come by? I mean, who else is working on Monday through Friday? I mean, my typical work week is Wednesday through Sunday, but that's out of convenience to the families I represent to be available on the weekends. At the same time, guess what? If you're out there and you're trying to sell your home, what you want to do is actually have as many hours as possible for your home to be opened up to buyers. A buyer's not going to make you an offer on your house unless they can do what? See it. So you want to make sure that people can see your home. You make it easy to show. You talk to your top agent that you're working with to list your property about the showing conditions, and have them contact your agent to schedule showings if that's something that you want them to do. Now, I have seen it where sellers prefer to be contacted directly, or at least ways an agent says the sellers to be contacted directly. Then in practice, that's not going to be really good for you. You get yourself a savvy buyer agent or something, and you get the talking, as people do, right? When people are nervous, what do? They talk. And if you're talking to a savvy buyer agent like myself, I'm going to be listening to any things that you say about your house that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. And I'm going to be telling my buyer about it, and it's going to impact the offer that you get on that house if the buyer decides to write an offer. As a savvy listing agent, when I list property, I always take the responsibility on myself to go ahead and coordinate any showings with the seller and let them know what their showing activity is. It's part of a professional service, it's part of being a trusted real estate advisor, and it's a big part of protecting your best interest. Think about that when you consider your showing hours. The fourth thing that sellers often overlook, unfortunately, is curb appeal. Curb appeal is your first impression to your home, and first impressions are often lasting. If you're married or if you have a significant other, think of the first time that you met them. If they didn't look the way they did on that specific day when you guys met, would you guys be together today? I mean, just be honest. You're probably saying, well, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But here's the thing, there was something that drew you to each other, wasn't there? There's going to be something about your house that's going to draw a buyer to your house, and the curb appeal, your first impression is going to be lasting, that causes them to want to marry a 15-year fixed or a 30-year fixed mortgage, because that's what they're doing. It's like playing Match.com here. You're putting out your home in its best light and best foot forward, and you're going to get a buyer to marry a mortgage to live in your house. Think about it like that whenever you're glossing up your property. Put on your buyer's mindset hat and say, what would I want to see in this house? How would I respond if a seller told me I could only see a house from this hour to this hour? How would I respond if I drove up to a house that looked like crap on the outside as opposed to being pristine and being taken care of? What would my thoughts be? Answering those questions will assist you and go a long ways towards helping you out with getting your home show ready, getting your home ready to go on the market, and getting everything ready to go so that when you do go on the market, despite being a seller's market, a buyer's market, or any kind of market, your home is going to pop, and that buyer is going to want to marry a 30-year mortgage to get into your house. The fifth thing is, and this is kind of interesting, especially in today's tech-savvy age, is relying too much on open houses. Sure, open houses have a place, but if you're relying on an open house to actually get your home sold, this isn't 1972. It is not 1972. We have technology. We have a lot of millennials coming into the market. In fact, this year in 2018, it's expected that 43% of all first-time homebuyers will be millennials. And this trend is only going to continue. So when you're considering how people search for homes, it's important to understand the mindset of whenever you put your home up on the market, to get your head as a seller aligned with what the buyers are looking for in the market. What kind of upgrades are they looking for? Do they care about permits? God, yes, they do. And so if you did renovations, again, make sure you got those permits for those that require it. Will they overlook curb appeal? Some will, some won't. But a lot of them just want a turnkey, move-in ready home. If your home isn't considered turnkey, move-in ready, then you have a problem right out of the gate. Because even in a seller's market, I'm still noticing about a third of all homes that come on the market are going off the market without selling, despite it being a strong seller's market. What does that tell you whenever you have a seller's market and a third, on a conservative estimate, a third of them are going off the market without selling? Why didn't they sell? Well, I guess just popping up any old home in any old condition doesn't work, does it? And the answer to that is yes, it does not work. So that's why we want to be honest with you, and that's the purpose of this channel, is to actually shoot straight with you, shoot honest with you, so that you can help yourself whenever you get ready to sell your home. And again, needing a top agent to work with you that is tech savvy, smart, and available to you and knows what buyers are looking for in the market is going to go a long ways. Relying too much on an open house is going to shoot yourself in the foot. You need strong digital marketing. You need strong photographs. You need at least 35 professional grade photos. There's great programs out there. I'll put a link down below to sites like PadStyler that can provide virtual staging. Because if you say, I want my house to look like a model home, but I don't have the money for traditional home staging, it's okay. PadStyler makes it really simple, really easy to go ahead and get your home virtually staged for a fraction, and I mean a really big, small little bitty fraction of what it costs for traditional home staging. Use the link down below. You'll actually save 10% courtesy of PadStyler and my relationship. Just giving you full disclosure there. Appreciate it. Obviously, it helps me make even better videos for our community and our team. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on to the last point here, and that is, this is a fun one, and it's not following your agent's real estate advice. It really kills me. At this point in my career, I've helped over 116 families and counting buy and sell homes. And whenever somebody I'm sharing with them, they call me in their house. They say, Andrew, what's it going to take for us to list our house and get the best price possible? So, okay, the first few things that we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and get your house decluttered. Let's take a look at the furnishings that you do have. Let's get everything packed out that we can get packed out. And then let's take a look at what's left and start figuring out a home staging concept using the furniture ideally that you have. If furniture looks bad, then it's got to go too. That's where sites like PadStyler can really be beneficial, so you can plug and play different things in there and you make it look like a model home. The idea is to showcase your space, not your family's vacation to Disneyland last summer. The idea is to let a buyer see themselves living in the house, not you living in the house. And by not following your agent's advice as far as showing conditions, even real estate commissions for that matter, and how to prep your house and what to do to the house to get it sold is a huge no-no. I mean, why the heck put your home on the market, and why the heck contact a real estate agent if you're not serious about selling your house? I know there are some agents, unfortunately, that just want a listing and they'll go take any old turd of a listing and they do it. And I mean, I don't mean to be offensive or anything. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, I'm a retired Marine, so all I'm going to do is shoot from the hip and shoot straight with you so that you get the honest advice and know exactly how best to handle your sale of your home so you get the best dollar possible. So you get the top dollar possible in the least amount of time possible to help you move on with your life goals. Because likely you're selling your house because you want to buy your new one, whether it's upsizing, downsizing, different area of town, different state altogether to start fresh, right? So let's make sure that we work together on this, and let's make sure that we get you the best information about how to accomplish this. Now, it's your turn. Tell me what you took from this video. Which of these 6 points really stands out in your mind's eye? Is it number 1 about overproving your home? Is it number 3 about it can be very detrimental to limit your showing hours? Or is it like number 5, which is relying heavily on open houses as opposed to a tech-savvy agent's ability to digitally mark your home, expose your home, and still get old school and pick up the phone and call your neighbors and call out the area around them, letting them know that your home is on the market because normally somebody's living around there that has another family member that would like to buy your home? Tell us about it in the comment section below. And I'm going to put my contact information up just in case you have any questions about this video, or if you need help finding a top agent where you live. Hit me up. Love to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching today, team. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. See you soon.